say helped me figure this out. Abigail, that was just tremendous. I hope somebody wrote that down and I can share that with my wife. That was incredibly generous and gracious introduction. I want to thank the New York Women's Foundation for this very special recognition and honor. This is an occasion that I will always remember. I also want to offer my congratulations to the other honorees. It is a privilege to be recognized along such luminaries. Let me begin, as Abigail did, by acknowledging that, like all of you, my heart is heavy thinking about the tragedy in Las Vegas, and my prayers go out to those that have been affected. They are but a symptom of many challenges facing our country today, regardless of where you call home. Silicon Valley Community Foundation was founded 10 years ago on the premise that we live in an increasingly interconnected society in which we are at once part of multiple communities, including our local neighborhood, our nation, and our world, each affecting the other. This simple idea has enabled us to understand that problems are indeed interconnected, and that those problems make us all interconnected. Unfortunately, it seems that regardless of what community we look at, there are reasons for concern. Race relations are at an all-time low, as we have a sitting president who is advised by members of the alt-right and who refuses to condemn either the ideology or the violence of white supremacists. We spend more time talking about the name of the Black Lives Matter movement and whether NFL players should or shouldn't take a knee during the national anthem than we spend on the reason for their actions, the unjustified murders of African American men and boys by rogue police officers engaged in domestic violence. We have U.S. citizens dying in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands who are in desperate need of water, food, shelter, and medical supplies while our country's leaders ponder how much the relief effort will cost. We have undocumented immigrant children who know no other home than America, who live in fear of their own and of their parents' deportation. We bear witness to the incontrovertible evidence of global warming as oceans rise and 500-year floods become an every other month reality. We understand the need to require that everyone who drives has to have auto insurance, while some think that health insurance should be optional, threatening 3 separate times in as many months to take health insurance away from 30 million Americans. There is much for philanthropy in the nonprofit sector to do. We must find our voice and utilize our resources to address these and other concerns, not the least of which is a woman's right to choose. Far too many leaders in our sector hide behind the legal requirement that nonprofit organizations must be both nonpartisan and non-political. It is neither partisan nor political for nonprofit organizations to speak truth to power and advocate on behalf of their mission statements. When I was young, my mother used to tell me, if the words are different than the behavior, believe the behavior. Today, the philanthropic and nonprofit sector leaders have the opportunity and the responsibility to have our behavior match our words. Our communities are counting on us. Thank you.